Hard West 2 review. This video games review. You can like and subscribe this channel, update gaming news, leaks, gallery content, so subscribe this channel. Hard West 2 takes a fluid and movement targeted method to show based method that isn't as complicated as its inspirations, however remains masses of music. The antique American Southwest has established to be a compelling putting for many games in recent years. It is a term that lends itself to memories approximately venturing into the unknown in eerily quiet dusty lands. Naturally, stories about the supernatural full of things that cross-bump within the night emerge as excellent suits for such a placing, and lots of games are beginning to take observe. Hard West 2, developed via Ice Code Games, is the present-day game to embrace the budding Weird West style, and is to comply with as much as one of the first video games to include worlds full of cowboys and ghouls. Hard West 2 takes the XCOM fashion turn primarily based combat of Hard West 1 and doubles down at the action, taking your extra gunslinger technique to gameplay that rewards high hazard performs with high rewards. Ice Code Games additionally ramped up the manufacturing fee for this, identify, prettying up Hard West's Oregon Trail-like presentation, creating a completely unique and visually stimulating package. It isn't the maximum automatically complex strategy game accessible, nor does it have the maximum compelling storyline, however it does just sufficient to be a worthwhile experience. Hard West 2 tells the story of a gang of outlaws chasing a ghost educate throughout the American Southwest. At center level is the immediately faced and stern Jim Carter, leader of a various posse of gunslingers with a roster such as witches, a pastor, and an undead cowboy. The gang is especially hunting a demon-possessed man named Mammon, who has taken the soul of Castrol Colt, the posse's high-quality gunslinger. Every genre trope and cliché is found in Hard West 2, with enough bank robberies and train heists to satisfy any player seeking out a pulpy weird western story, lifted from a comedian book page. Although, the tale generally leans greater heavily into the western factors than the supernatural, and would not take too many turns from the principal plot on the start. Presentation is in which Hard West 2 certainly sells its narrative. Ice Code Games honestly admires its comic e-book inspirations, and it is meditated within the superbly drawn paintings in the course of lots of the marketing campaign. Oftentimes, the unmarried frame cutscenes at some stage and critical moments inside the storyline thieve the show with their first-rate shade paintings and specific characters. Those elements also well transfer to the in-recreation talk bins. That means Hard West 2 in no way lacks something fine to look at, regardless of what's occurring. Additionally, some prominent voices pressure the dialogue of Hard West 2, along with work from Kevin Conroy, recognized for voicing Batman, and Darian Sills Evans, who voiced Weaver in Days Gone. Hard West 2 can provide its story in text panels in a preference-based totally text journey style, wherein it splices in the one's remarkable voiceovers on top of descriptions of the sports environments and character expressions. In missing large price range animation, Hard West 2 splendidly leaves loads to the participants' thought's eye and headcanon as they grow to realize those characters and take control of them in combat. It won't be to each person's liking, but its vintage school textual content primarily based approach to storytelling can clearly feel refreshing for those who revel in this style of recreation. As the story unfolds, players will get to make important choices for every posse member across more than one facet missions, giving the narrative a slight function playing element. These selections will provide loyalty points to the specific member of the crew, unlocking greater talk selections and extra fight competencies as players build their relationships. However, maximum of these side quests are trustworthy and amount to not anything more than clicking the correct communicate choice and deciding on which posse member will receive the loyalty points. Decisions lack weight and effect, amounting to a shallow feel of player organization. On the whole, combat is what's going to keep players addicted to Hard West 2. The authentic Hard West had an addiction of being in comparison to the famous XCOM series of method games. It can be hard no longer to be aware of their similarities, even inside the sequel. Right off the bat, Hard West 2 has no reservations approximately wherein it gets its UI and visual language inspirations. The Recreation additionally sticks close to the attempted and genuine strict rectangular level layout of XCOM, compared to the more unfastened design of Gears Tactics. Mechanically, Hard West 2 has maximum of the style staples, along with the use of action factors, a cowl system, and percentage-based attacking mechanics. Success is based upon knowing how to satisfactorily use those mechanics in any fight scenario at the same time as getting to know positioning and locating the satisfactory traces of sight for the pleasant possibilities to hit. It all performs out like a large puzzle where the player has to decipher what the subsequent excellent flow is constantly. Hard West 2 executes these method concepts properly and understands how to make the manner of mastering, adapting, and enacting pretty rewarding. However, the game has a couple of hints that make it stand out from other method games. Hard West 2 differentiates itself as an extra motion-focused approach sport, leaning its gameplay systems toward quick-term, high-threat plays instead of long-term method and pre-making plans. It accomplishes this by reworking the preceding sport's luck mechanic and introducing the bravado mechanic. In Hard West 2, on every occasion a player misses a shot on an enemy or takes damage, the participant accrues luck points. When the participant accumulates sufficient luck, they could cash it out to get a should hit on an enemy. Additionally, the bravado mechanic ensures that every time a participant defeats an enemy at the battlefield, they get all their action points lower back and efficiently get another turn for free. As lengthy as players keep killing, they keep getting turns. Bravado opens up the sport in new methods, hard gamers to think out of doors the confines of conventional approach, making a more freeform combat gadget inside the system. Oftentimes, the first-class approach in a fight situation might be to face in the center of the battlefield, cash out a few stored luck, and take down each person on the sector after the posse has whittled down the attackers enough. It's about as close to high-octane gunslinging as an approach game can get. When everything traces up for the player and the possibility to demolish an entire gang of enemies at once appears, it smiles a remarkably pleasurable revel in. However, the mixture of luck and bravado also can sense like a crutch at times. While luck and bravado give the method gameplay of Hard West 2 a completely unique twist, it often feels as though it comes on the cost of the sport's other systems. Many gamers might locate themselves in reality trying to farm luck at some point of their shootouts, only to subsequently cash all of it out immediately to complete a situation. Ironically, the combination of luck and bravado can be so effective that it often will become the safest alternative in any given turn, wasting fewer assets and making certain that a turn is a hit. When paired with a shallow set of basic approach mechanics, the gameplay loop could land up feeling a piece stale after a while. The only combat options that players have in Hard West 2 are to transport, shoot, use an item, or take cover. Unique abilities also exist but are frequently very situational, and few characters have powers that may notably turn the tide of a war. The recreation lacks Overwatch states, reload mechanics, and proper magnificent specializations for characters, all of which are widespread for the style and could have notably accelerated the tactical talent set of this game. As it stands, combat is contingent on locating the exceptional strains of sight and the use of luck and bravado. Additionally, the pool of enemies in Hard West 2 is incredibly small, often relegated to human beings or humanoid demons, without introducing any new enemy kinds beyond the primary bankruptcy. Disappointingly, the most effective mythological creature gamers will fight is the occasional Wendigo. It seems like an actual missed possibility to combat a few exciting ghouls and fiends in a pudding with as a lot potential as the Bizarre West. Outside of fight, gamers can expect to find a far extra fleshed out world than Hard West 1. The sport takes place throughout 3 unique settings, every with a brand new climate and a new set of landmarks containing side missions, bounties, and weapons. These areas are visually sparse and feature extra like an interactive map, as opposed to any strong and tasty open world experience. Still, it's far a large step up from the rudimentary map of the primary game, and makes Hard West 2 tons extra compelling to play. I will share news, guide, review, gallery content, so subscribe to my channel and follow to Instagram and more reviews for this website gamersplits.com. Bye.